Day 20. Detect emotion in text using Natural Language Toolkit, which is NLTK. So today, let's create a project to detect emotion in text using the Natural Language Toolkit, where we'll analyze the sentiment of a given text to determine if it expresses emotions like joy, sadness, anger, etc. This example will focus on basic sentiment analysis to determine if a text is positive, negative, or neutral. So let's go ahead and start with our project. To start with the project, I'm going to go open my day20.py Python file inside day20 folder. And in here, we'll start initially with importing necessary libraries. So first, we'll import the NLTK, which is our natural language toolkit. Then from NLTK corpus, we'll get the stop words used for removing common stop words from text like and, this, that, those kind of words. Next, we're going to take word tokenize, which tokenizes the text into individual words for further processing. Then we're going to get the freq list, which is frequency distribution, useful for analyzing word frequencies through, though not essential for basic sentiment analysis, but still good. So next step is to download the required NLTK data, only needed once. So if you are running this again and again, you don't have to run this. You can comment the following lines, which is NLTK download Vader lexicon, or lexicon used by NLTK's Vader sentiment analysis tool, specifically tuned for analyzing sentiment in social media text. So that's what we're downloading. Stop words and punct. So these are the basic ones that we've also used before, but uh, the Vader lexicon is the main one which is used for sentiment analysis too. Next, we are gonna import a sentiment intensity analyzer, which is available inside NLTK Sentiment Vader. So sentiment intensity analyzer is NLTK's Vader sentiment analyzer, which provides a free, is kind of pre-trained model for sentiment analysis tuned for social media and informal text. And next, we'll initialize the sentiment analyzer. We say sed equal to sentiment intensity analyzer. This instantiates the Vader sentiment analyzer. Now, let's get some sample text for emotion detection. I'm going to just add some text here, and this text I will call it. I'll say, I am so happy today. The weather is beautiful and everything is going well. I feel very positive and motivated. That's my text, more of on the positive line. This example text expresses a very positive mood. You can replace it with any text for which you want to detect emotions. So now to detect the emotions. So we'll write a function to detect emotions in this particular text. We'll start with defining the function. We'll call it detect emotion, and it takes an input parameter of text. First step is to analyze the sentiment. We're going to say scores equal to sed, which we have initialized before the sentiment analyzer, dot polarity scores, and pass the text to it. Now this returns a dictionary of sentiment scores for the text, including, it will say positive, what is the positive sentiment score, neutral, what is the neutral sentiment score, neg, negative, what is the sentiment score for that, and compound, which is the overall sentiment score ranging from -1 to very negative to +1, which is very positive. So let's go ahead and print this sentiment scores so we can check it out. Next step, before even running it, I'll just go over through the entire things. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to determine emotion based on scores here. So for that, I'll check if the scores of compound is greater than zero point 0.5. Now the different emotion detection logic here is, if I'm going to say emotion equal to joy, if the compound score is greater than equal to 0 0.5, the text is considered as joyful. On the other hand, if the scores is less than minus 0 0.5, it's the text indicates sadness. Then we have anger, which if it's above zero point 0.5, it likely represents anger. And then we have neutral, where if it's greater than zero point 0.7, the emotion is considered neutral. Then for mixed, for rest of them, we're just going to say mixed emotion. If no other condition is met in this particular uh, range, it's labeled as mixed emotion. So next, let's go ahead and return this emotion back to whichever function called it. So let's detect and print the emotion here. So I'm going to say emotion equal to detect emotion and pass the text that we've created, this text. And I'm going to say print detect emotion, pass the and print that emotion out. So let's check out the result of this particular emotion detection code. So let's see, I'm in the right folder, and now I am going to say Python day20.py, run it. With the text that we gave, it should give positive. So it says joy here, as you can see. It downloaded all the data in the start, and then sentiment score negative is 0.0, neutral is 0.423, 0.577, 0.9567 for this. If I change this text saying it's very sad and I want to run breaking into cars today. Let's see, what does it say? And it says mixed emotion, since life is very sad, and it's kind of in between. If you see, negative is 0.227, neutral is 0.669, positive is zero point 0.1, which is the lowest because I'm not, and compound is zero point 0.4. So it's kind of comes in between. So that's why I said mixed emotion. Maybe I need to give some more context, but this kind of helps you understand how you can write some code to detect emotion in text using the NLTK, which is Natural Language Toolkit. If you had any problems or issues or have any questions about this, let me know and I'll get back to you.